Hi, I am Life Coach Latricia Booker with Kingdom Business, where we are empowered, where we heal, get delivered, and where we get free, where we know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits, raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose. That is the truth of who we really are, who God created us to be. And so, in this video, I want to talk to you all about five for sure things that slow down your manifestations. And so the first thing is talking in lack or talking negatively. And so what I mean by that is talking in lack is saying I don't have it. Whatever it is, whether it be money, whether it be something you need and it's just not there, whether it be something you need to, maybe you want to pursue a dream. And I'm only speaking to people who are believing for more, who want more. Because people who don't want anything, this obviously is not for you. You wouldn't even be interested or drawn to something like this. But for people who want more, people who are in the process of manifesting wealth or their desires or their dreams or whatever it is, this is for you. And so you can't believe for something and go after something and at the same time say you don't have it. Like with money. Say someone asks you for something. Can I borrow? Or can you lend me or give me? Whatever. You have to be really careful to not say, I don't have it. Maybe a better way of saying it is, I don't have it for you. I'm not going to be giving that to you. You can even add right now. To keep yourself away from saying I don't have it, because when you're speaking against the very things you're trying to manifest, you're not necessarily blocking it, especially if you got a good momentum going and it's already manifesting and breaking through, but you will slow it down. So if you want your stuff that much faster, not so much that you're in a hurry, but if you wanted to just keep on flowing without too many interruptions, and you get better and better at that with time, you want to be careful what you're saying. And even then, when you say the wrong thing or say something that slows it down, just notice that. Be mindful of it and make it a point. Make it an intention to next time say something different, which means you might have to come up with something better to say in response to those kind of questions. Because sometimes it comes out of nowhere. You're not expecting it. And so you find yourself just saying it and you're like, okay, you realize what you just said. And so we have to be careful. We have to have a plan of things to say when it comes to certain things. It's just like the people that like to say, that's expensive. I hear people saying it all the time. I heard someone in the shoe store saying it the other day. I mean, I didn't know her, but I heard it in earshot. But when you say something is expensive, you're saying you don't have it. You're saying that's too much for me to afford. And if you're in a process of manifesting your wealth, nothing is expensive for you. Nothing is too expensive for wealthy people. So you have to actually have the mindset, and not only have the mindset of someone who's wealthy, but talk in a way of a wealthy person. So nothing is too expensive. Maybe you might want to say that's kind of pricey, because even a wealthy person knows things are pricey, but that puts a different connotation on it and a different energy. Pricey just means, okay, let me work this in, let me see. But too expensive says, I don't have it. I can't afford this. And so if you put that out, that's what you're going to get. You will never be able to afford it because it's going to always be too expensive, whatever it is. So we just want to be very careful of the words that we are saying and speaking, because we don't want to slow down our manifestations. And I'm saying slow down because they're already manifesting. And so sometimes it's just like a little trick. Not that people are trying to trick you per se, even though that happens sometimes. You know, those ones around you that don't want to see you move forward and don't want to see what's happening happen with you. If you are in communication with anyone like that, they will try to say things to downplay it or to try to get you to say the wrong thing. They will do that. And I'm going to just say, sometimes it's best to just don't be around people like that. I have a thing, I don't even like dealing with people that talk the wrong talk. You know, I talk to people and I deal with people and I give them an opportunity and a chance or whatever. But when I notice that certain things this is just what you are, and I may have tried to share something with you concerning that to help you shift your way of thinking and talking, and you keep doing it, I start to distance myself. I mean, and I say distance because if I still in some way have to do them because of whatever it is, the nature of why we're around each other, or if God is having me here because I'm on assignment, whatever it is, I will create some distance because I don't want to engage somebody too much that's where they're at, because them you just want to keep yourself in a safe space and distance from them. And then you have to really be careful with your conversation with them. You see what I'm saying? Because you know what you're doing and what you're manifesting. So when you have to be really too careful with someone all the time because of the nature of their talk, it don't make you want to be around them too much if you don't have to. And so let me go on to the second for sure thing that slows down your manifestation. And that is thinking the worst of things. You know, regardless of what's going on, if you have any kind of problem, every problem is solvable. Every problem is solvable. So instead of thinking the worst and thinking, oh, I got this problem, oh, this, and 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 even worrying about the thinking the worst is gonna come out of it, it's like that slows down your manifestations. You can't be wanting to manifest on one end and then thinking the worst about things on the other hand. And what I mean by that is this: you're manifesting a problem come up. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody doing, or this is happening. Oh, you got this issue to deal with. You know, don't think the worst. Just say, okay, what do I need to do to take care of this? Or if it's something you already know what to do, just take care of it. If it's some steps you have to take to get the problem solved, then do that. But don't think the worst of it. Don't let it get you bent all out of shape and all. No, be positive about it. Know that it's gonna come out good. Cause in life we're gonna have things that come up. They have to. We just deal with them, and we don't have to get all bent out of shape and have a nasty attitude. We can stay positive and think the best. See the best outcome. See in your mind if you got an unexpected bill that's out of control that came up. Okay, you know, this is okay. How am I gonna take care of this? And me personally would encourage you to go to God, because I believe every problem first solution is prayer, which is the same thing as going to God. Because you go to God, say, okay, God, this is the situation. What should I do? He's gonna tell you what to do. So if you do that, you leave no room to think the worst and think negative. Oh, I got this bill. I promise you, there's a resolution for that. And you got to think of it this way: all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and who are called according to His purpose. So if whatever you're doing, first of all, you love God, you walk with God, you're in relationship and in covenant relationship with God, and you're called according to His purpose, what you're moving in is what He's moving you to move in. Everything gonna work out for your good. That means the good things and the not so good things, they're all working for your good. It's just up to you to know that and know how to be flexible enough to deal with things when they come accordingly. And you don't have to think the worst, think the best. I already know this is resolved, no biggie. Okay? So don't think the worst of things. Even if things are horrible, try to see the best in them. Now, if it's something that's there that needs to be addressed, that's different. That's not you thinking the worst. That's you knowing something is here and I need to either get to the bottom of it, because many a times when we feel something is off or wrong, especially women, but men too, it's because something is. So it's not you thinking the worst. It's you trying to get to the bottom of what is this, where it concerns whatever the situation or person, whatever it may be. But that's a little different. That's not you thinking the worst. That's you sensing it's something. And then once it's addressed, move on. So anyhow, the third thing that the third thing for sure thing that slows down your manifestation is worrying. Worrying. It's a saying that go, you can't pray about it and worry. You can't trust God and worry. Which one you gonna do? Worrying gets you nowhere. Now, I'm not sitting here talking to you like I never done it, but I'm here to tell you, yeah, it's not useful. And again, it slows down your manifestation. You're already in the vortex. You're already manifesting. Your stuff is spinning right to you. Because it is. When your stuff is in the vortex, it's spinning. And it's coming to you, spinning right to you. But when you're worrying, you say, oh, wait a minute, I don't think she's ready. She worrying. Because your worrying don't go with all that's in your vortex. That is your all your good things, all your blessings, all the promises of God, all your wealth, all your manifestations, all that ain't tied up into nothing negative. In fact, worrying creates resistance. It's like, oop, we don't want to go to her. Your stuff will change your man. Your manifestation say, she feels yucky. See, so it won't block it completely, especially if it's already going. If your stuff is already going, you already manifesting, but it will slow it down. So you want to clear these things out. And that goes right back to thinking positive. Don't worry, even if it's something going on. And sometimes we have real circumstances and situations in our lives. Maybe, I don't want to say anything too extreme because I don't want to speak nothing like that, but maybe something is going on with our child and we're really concerned. You can be concerned, but don't worry. I tell you this again, prayer, pray, trust God, give it over to God so you can let it go. So you won't have to worry. Because when you give it over to God, and then your stuff can keep on coming. You don't want to slow it down. And so the fourth thing, for sure thing that you can do to slow down your manifestation is visualizing the worst scenarios. Just like worrying, if you sitting up in your mind in your imagination, visualizing the worst case scenario about whatever it is, where you going with that? How about visualizing the best outcome? What you want to see, what you want to manifest. That very thing you want to manifest. Do you know part of how it even got in that vortex and why it's coming to you? Because you did some visualizing. You seen that thing. So don't slow it down by not starting, not that you're visualizing the worst concerning that, but anything that come up in your life. Because life is going to happen. And we have to deal with life. But we have to learn how to deal with it with the best attitude, thinking, still being positive. We have to shift. We can't let those things that happen in life hit us and knock us over and control us. We have to take control in how we're going to respond to things in life. And again, when you're manifesting your stuff, when you're manifesting your wealth, you have to stay on point. And the fifth thing is feeling negative, feeling bad. You know, we have to do everything we can to feel good and feel our best at all times. Even if you have to put on some music to motivate yourself. You know, think the right thoughts. When you get up, think the right thoughts. Say your affirmations to yourself. Bust open that Bible or whatever you do if you've been wrote your stuff down or you got it memorized. Say those scriptures. Speak those things over your life. You could just have it in your mind. Be in your mind, meditating on it. But you do what's necessary to keep yourself in a good space. Think about those things God is showing you. Wake up with your vision on your mind, with your dreams on your mind. And again, things are going to come, but you don't let them make you feel bad. You push through that and keep your good feeling. And let me tell you something. Doing that helps bring your stuff to you, because those things are testing you to see if you are ready for this. And so the more you keep yourself where you need to be, see, what helps keep you where you need to be is knowing that those things, if you get off, it's slowing down your stuff. It's slowing down your manifestation. So that should be enough incentive to make you keep your stuff on point so it can come to you. Because when it's all said and done, all those things going on around you don't even matter. Unless it's something that does. But some things really don't matter. It's just, yeah. Keep your mind and your eyes on the prize. Keep your mind and your eyes on the reward. Now, I am not negating that things don't come up in life. Again, like you go through things. I just recently went through some deep healing where, yeah, it was kind of tripped out. And so I wasn't always feeling the best. But I did did the work, went through what I needed to go through, but I was pressing through and doing everything to keep myself up. But see, that healing was to help me get to the other side, you see, because when you have to heal through things, that's God getting you ready for where he's taking you to. Because you can't go like that. You can't put new wine in old wineskins. So he got to make you ready from the inside out. He's creating a new creature, a new being in you. He's um birthing the truth of who you are, who he created you to be when he's taking you through those healing processes. And if you're going through any kind of healing right now and you already in the midst of manifesting, it's because your stuff is so right there. He needs you to be ready. He's preparing you for what he already prepared. So, again, even if you got to work through things in life, because again, life happens. We might lose a loved one in the midst of manifesting. And yes, we're going to feel a certain kind of way. We're going to grieve. I'm not saying don't feel those feelings and don't go through what you need to go through. What I'm saying is do your best to feel your best. Even in your grieving and then going through your healing, still keep a positive attitude. Still keep your eye on the prize. Sometimes that helps you get through your stuff because you want to get to your stuff. You want your stuff. So it keeps your mind in the right place. It keeps you from going into a funk. Oh, poor me. It helps you. For me personally, I have a thing where I know I have to go through this. This is something I have to go through, and I get through it, and I do the work. And sometimes, it be moments like some just be so, whoa, so deep. I'm like, God, come on. And God, come on. And see, that's an indicator to him that you want to press through, that you want to get to the other side too. So press me through this, what I'm going, what you get pushed, I'm going through. This thing you healing me through, you know? So, but again, in all that, you gotta keep a good attitude. You gotta feel your best, even when you're not feeling your best. But again, when you're going through healing and you are going through something, even some challenges, but you understand what it's all for, you're gonna feel good about it. And whatever is going on in your life that you might have to eliminate, you're gonna eliminate it. Because if it just rupts your peace, or it's anything that isn't pleasant, you do want to remove yourself from. I have a thing where I'm like, why would I be a friend? It's what some of them call frenemies. Why would I want to be a friend with someone who is jealous of me, who really don't like me, who talk, and they're just not even pleasant to be around? Why? What's the point? It's not even pleasant. So I have a thing where if a person isn't pleasant, if they don't feel pleasant to me, if they're not pleasant towards me, I don't want to have anything to do with them, especially if I don't have to. Now, if I'm in a situation where I have to be around them because of the nature of whatever the situation is, if it's something I can get myself out of, I'm working my way out of that. and I'll deal with it and endure it until I can do that. But the point is, remove yourself from anything that doesn't feel good. Anything that doesn't feel good that you don't have to do. You got enough to do dealing with yourself and going through your own processes, and God molding and making you and raising you up into your higher self, the truth of who you really are. That's enough for you have to deal with alone. So when there's anybody in your life, or if there's any situations or circumstances that don't it try to irritate that, and it don't add to and edify, you want to stay away from that. You want to stay away from that, because it's not contributing to what you're doing and where you're going. It doesn't fit into who you are. And so it's like, why have it there? And again, circumstances is different. And many a times God will have us in certain places because He's challenging us. He's teaching us. He's making us. He's building our character. And sometimes He will have us in circumstances because He's doing something within us. And remember again, what He's doing within us, whatever it is He's transforming, because that's what it is, it's all designed to prepare you for where He's taking you. So when that's the case, again, if you know that this to be the case, you can feel good in the midst of it. You can. And if first it don't feel good, just keep working at it. And knowing what God is doing helps. And I promise you, it becomes second nature. And the challenges don't even be challenging anymore. And then you move on. When you pass the test, or when you get what God is doing in you, and you're transformed, and that thing that He had you in has transformed you. It has done the work in you that it needs to go. He either remove you from the situation, or move the situation or the person from you, or whatever it is. Or maybe sometime in some instances, if you're in a relationship, maybe you guys are growing together. But if one person ain't, or they going or whatever in a different direction and you ain't, or not, when God see fit for a time for you to separate, it'll be that. But if you both are growing and God has you there, and I'm saying obviously in relationships, and He has a purpose for you, whether it be friendship, marriage, relatives, business, ministry, whatever. If God is in the midst and He brought you together, He's doing something. He's causing both of you to grow. And He's causing both of you to grow together. And yes, there are going to be some challenges. There are going to be some things, because when we go through these kind of things, they're checking things in us that need to be checked. They're correcting errors in us that need to. And obviously, the two people that He brought together, He knew God knows the combination. He knows the hearts of the people. He knows what each person got going on. He knows what He's doing. So when God brings you together with someone, and it may be a little challenging, but He got you there, and He's not telling you to walk away, even if you feel like you want to. But you honor God and what He's saying, and you're obedient to what He tells you to do. You're going to stay there and let God have His way. But in that's a beautiful thing. Because again, all things work together for the good of those that love the Lord and are called according to His purpose. His purpose. Think about that. If He brought you together, His purpose in that. His purpose. So anyway, y'all, those are the 5 for sure things. I went somewhere else for a minute. Those are the 5 for sure things that slow down your manifestations. So be mindful, be watchful, check yourself. I don't want you to wreck yourself. I want to see you win. Get those manifestations. Get all that God has for you. And you already doing it. Just be careful, be mindful. And it's no sweat, because we're all human. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. So our human nature does come in at play, but that's why God working those things out in us, see? But just be mindful of these things. So your stuff can come on through because it's already right there. It just slow down every here and there because you know slipped up and you got to get back on point. But as long as you get back on point, sooner than later you're good. It starts right back flowing. So just keep up the good work. Keep up the good work because you're doing great. You're doing great. And so you all, I'm gonna wrap it up right there. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please click on that red subscribe button to subscribe to my channel. Click on that bell right there so you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. And you all, you can also connect with me on Facebook and Instagram at Latricia Booker. And you can connect with me on Twitter at Kingdom Business 9. That is Kingdom Business with one S and one N. And so you all, that's my time. So I'm out. Peace.